you could only leave somebody with 2 or 3 sentiments, thoughts, takeaways, uh, uh,
These are candidates, right?
yeah, candidates,
Mhm.
words of wisdom, what would you say?
Yeah. So, in everything that you said as to the source of the frustration, you're making all these applications, you're getting all these rejections. What am I doing wrong? Well, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not trying to find 400 jobs. You're trying to find one job, right? And so persistence, I think, is the key. That's number one. Number two is to work through your network and through your friends' networks. I think there's a hesitancy on the part of all of us to ask somebody that we barely know to do something on our behalf. And yet you'll find that people are very gracious and willing to help. It doesn't mean everybody's going to be willing to help, but you just need to be pleasantly surprised about those people who do help. And ultimately that will pay off. Know your skills, be able to articulate them into how you're going to make a difference. I'm reminded there was a Roman philosopher and statesman, Seneca, and he said, luck is what occurs when opportunity meets preparation. So you never know when you're going to come to that intersection of opportunity, but you can continue to prepare yourself. So, you got to be diligent. You got to keep at it. You're not looking for, you don't care about the 1,000 no's you're getting. You're just looking for the one yes.
William has something, but I just want to respond. You just nailed it. It's not you. It's not you. And to your point, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's producer Bev. No, it wasn't. It was
Steph Curry.
no, it was Wayne Gretzky. But still, that's so important because it is. I'm not much, right? But I'm all I think about, and it's hard when I'm in my little thing, sending all these things, and I get, oh gosh, Andrew, we'd love to have you, but you're just not a significant match for what we have. But we're going to keep your stuff on file for 6 months, and I agree with you. I think it's that persistence. I think once you break through, and that's what I love about the show is, and you touched on something else that's very important. I That's the reason we're doing the show, is to help people, to help break through that. Hey, we want you to win. It's just on the other side of, like Seneca said, it's just on the other side of you're one phone call, one email, one whatever text message away from nirvana, and you just never know when it's going to come in. Oh, producer Bev, did you just unmute? What's going on?
Well, I'm just going to take cuts in front of William real quick while you're talking about networking. In my mind, networking is this big thing of guys in suits and and shaking hands and all this backslapping.
Jeez.
And it's not. It's an email. It's let's go have a Coke. I mean, it can be very small and very simple and not scary at all. But sometimes a word or a philosophy can be so intimidating that you don't realize it's nothing. It's this big and it's simple to do.
Well,
So
and the other
that's
thing
about
Gary said,
networking.
thank you, producer Bev, and you did take cuts. I love that word, by the way. I'm rubber ear glue. You should do that little one you laid on me the other day, which I'd never heard, some playground humor. But Gary, you said something very profound, and that is people want to help. You got to give it away if you want to keep it. And we all, oh no, Gary's too busy. I know Gary's so important. He can. Or Andrew, Andrew must get. No, I want to help. I really do. That's why we're doing the show. So listeners, audience, all 12 billion of you. You gotta ask. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. Yeah, sometimes it gets replaced, but you know what? If you have what's the expression? It's not nothing ventured, nothing gained, but I mean, oh, I know what it is. So, hey, I could keep showing up and keep sending my stuff in, and nothing may happen. If I do nothing, nothing will happen. So be assured of that. But something may happen if I keep showing up. So don't not show up. Okay, William.
And plus,
you're on.
let Andrew or Gary decide if they're too busy for you. Don't
Yeah.
assume they're too busy. Let them
Yeah.
decide.
Wow.
Well, and the,
Time
you know,
stamp.
the other thing I'd add to that is that it's a nonlinear process, right? So get yourself out there to events. You don't know who you'll meet. You don't know what'll come from that. And you don't know, what may happen if you just put yourself out there. So don't stay in your room and rely on Zoom.
Yeah.
100%.